All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. It's Mark Pre-Markets, Mark Principato. I'm a chartered market technician, and I want to welcome you all. This is a special presentation. I'm not going to be doing analysis today like I normally do. On Mondays, when I stream these things, I conduct analysis and then I take questions about charts. In this stream, I'm not going to be looking at the market. So if you have questions about charts, come back on Monday and you can ask your questions then. I'm not going to address those questions. I'm going to ignore them. Okay, so in this session, again, I'm very excited to share this with you. This is what I'm going to do here is try to get this done within an hour if I don't talk too much. You know how I like to talk too much. But what I want to talk about here is my training program, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover a number of essential points because the goal is to have you completely understand what it is that this is so that if you're interested in pursuing it, you know exactly what you're getting into, okay? So that's the main thing here. And so let's get this thing started. All right, so of course, this is always for educational purposes only. For investment advice, please consult a licensed investment advisor. And let me get my my slide thing here up. There we go. Okay, you should be able to see that. All right, so just hello everyone, Alex and Johan and Eligius and Stayin, Peter, Sean, Adrian. Good to see you all. Again, David, thank you all for stopping by and listening to this. So again, I'm going to spend about 20 minutes, perhaps a half hour, going over the essential points, and then I'm going to answer your questions about the training program. So if you have questions about this program, put them in the chat now, and then I'll start going through the chat, okay? So again, just as a reminder, I'm not going to answer market questions in this stream. All right, so let's get into this. So it's called the 14-day price action analysis, and it's for beginners. Now, a couple of things to note before I actually get into the essential points is, for one, you need to understand something. Price action is a form of technical analysis, right? There are three basic pillars of technical analysis that a lot of people don't even bother to learn about. But without these three pillars or truths or this foundation, technical analysis or trying to interpret charts would be a complete waste of time, okay? But because these truths exist, technical analysis does offer some actionable value. Now, it's very hard to derive a statistical advantage, okay? That's really advanced stuff, but you don't have to be that advanced. Technical analysis can still provide enough context for you to make an informed decision and measure risk, which is the most important part. So those three pillars that I'm referring to here are market's trend. We can all agree on that, right? We all know market's trend. The second one is price is a discounting mechanism, okay? So what that means is price knows all the information in the world. Price is reflecting all of the known information in the world. Now, what this means is you can actually rely on price and not have to sit there and follow news or be confused by other analysts or all this other nonsense that's out there and that's basically set up to rob you, all right? You can rely on price because if you think about it, the smart money, right, that's acting on real information that retail traders like us do not have, they're going to basically leave footprints with their order flow. Whether they realize it or not, they're going to leave footprints. And as a price action analyst, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for certain patterns. Now, the third pillar is history repeats itself. Now, a lot of people think right away, oh, history repeats itself. Doesn't that mean like, if there was like a bounce like a year ago at this time that it's going to bounce again? No, that's all coincidence. People get mixed up with that all the time. History repeats itself refers to processes or behaviors that repeat regularly in financial markets. These behaviors are linked to emotional reactions or basically the herd mentality. That's why they repeat themselves, because people people react the same way to the same type of stimulus, right? When they see something, they act a particular way. That is what history repeats itself means. Anyway, I bring up these three pillars because you need to understand that without these, we're wasting our time, okay? And my program in particular focuses on markets trend, obviously, and history repeats itself. Of course, price is a discounting mechanism. That's just like a main, that I just assume that that's, you know, that's just the main thing. Like, of course, price is a discounting mechanism. I rely only on price. Now, with that being said, let's talk a little bit more about the program. Let's get into it here. So first things first, I want to first talk about my main goal. Okay, my main goal for this program is I want to develop a community of analysts. Okay, and I would like this community to be somewhere in a chat room at some time where everyone is on the same page. So that means, you know, we can have people all over the world evaluating all of their favorite markets at, you know, throughout a variety of time zones, and they can share this information, and it will basically, we should all be able to come to the same conclusion. Now, what that I like to think of that is a finely tuned opportunity scanner, right? You have people from all over the place seeing the same things, right? And I experience that when I stream on Mondays. People will share a chart. They'll ask me about a chart. They'll say, oh, what about this chart? And I'll look at it. I'm like, oh, look, there's a buy signal there. Oh, how nice, right? So I can't watch every market. So that's basically what I want to get to with this. And this program I view as the main building block of such a community. Okay, so if I get to that point, you know, where I'm building that community, everyone in there will have to go through this program. Because what I don't want is, you know, that novice guy that's only been doing this like a month or two, and then, you know, they always come in, hey, look, I'm looking at a 1 hour chart and I have the RSI on it. How come you guys don't have that? I'm making money. How come you guys don't look at the RSI? You guys don't look at the RSI? So I don't want that. I don't want that guy in my community. I want people that can at least come close to professional grade analysis. That's my goal for this program, okay? So let's get into a little bit here. Let's start talking about the essential points. Oh, look, I got Schwartz. Hey, Schwartz, thank you for stopping by. He even comes to my training program thing. Thanks so much, Schwartz. Always good to see you. International Man of Mystery, Schwartz. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over 9 essential points. I want to make it clear what what this is about, what you're getting into, and then I'm going to talk about the price. Now, I have not, just so you know, I have not promoted this thing at all, right? I have no students. This is the first day that this thing is open, and now I am now open to receive students, okay? I have not put this in the chat room. I have not sent out emails, and there's a good reason for that, and you'll find out when I get to the part with price, and I'll explain that then, so stick around. Now, what am I learning? Now, what you're learning here are my 6-step analytical method to evaluate markets. What this is a routine methodology that you can repeat over and over again and arrive at reasonable market scenarios for the near future, but most importantly, be able to assess risk with some degree of confidence. What this is not, is it's not a specific strategy that generates buy or sell signals. And that's what everyone wants. So just give me something that shows me an arrow, you know, buy arrow, and I'm happy with that. You can get all that for free on YouTube, and it's all fake. What this does is this can help you filter out such strategies. Understand something. The analytical thought process and the trader mindset are 2 separate things. It's not the same. The analytical process is an important component of the trader mindset. But a lot of these phonies and a lot of these fake gurus and all that, they bundled it together and they say, oh, I'm going to teach you how to trade, and I'm going to teach you how, first you have to analyze this chart, right? I'm showing you the analytical component. Now, you could take parts of it and you can use that to construct a strategy with buy or sell signals. But these 6 steps are what I use when I do my streams on Mondays. And these 6 steps are also the ones that I feature in my ebook. Now, my ebook is $10, okay? You could buy the ebook. I wrote that ebook 5 years ago, and I'm still using those same techniques. Now, the thing with the ebook is, sure, like you could find out the steps, that's easy, right? I didn't make these steps up. These are methods and techniques that I had to basically work with over the years and put them together in such a way so that they can give me valuable information and filter out all the garbage. That's basically what we're dealing with all the time. The ebook is an introduction to that. So the ebook basically gives you like a taste, and then you have to go and pursue it on your own. Just to give you an idea, it took me about 10 years to refine it to this point and to actually see results from it. It took me 10 years. Now, if you want to pursue the trial and error route, have fun. It's also very costly. I've probably thrown away about $50,000 in that process over a 10-year period. I've been in this game for over 20 years. Okay, people think, wow, yeah. I would say more than half of that time was not profitable. It was very hard, and I had to figure this out by trial and error. I wasn't paying for training and all that kind of stuff, and that's the learning curve. It's very, very hard. Now, that's what you're getting here. It's an analytical method. It's not a specific trade strategy. I want to make sure that's clear. There's no statistical advantage to doing this, but what you are gaining is context. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's move on. Now, who is this program best suited for? Beginners. What is a beginner? Someone that's been at this maybe a few months, maybe a year. They're still trying to figure things out. Okay. This is not for people that have been in this 5 years. So anything less than 2 years, right? If you've been in this game 2 years and you're looking for some sort of routine or something to really help you get control of the situation, control of yourself, because we can't control the market. Okay, we have to listen to the market. The market is always right. The market offers opportunities. It's our job to recognize them and then try to measure the risk that's associated with them, because there's always risk. And then at that point, based on our account size and our personality, we decide if we're willing to assume that risk or not, right? You don't have to take a risk just because the market says, oh, look, there's a potential opportunity here. Now, people are driven by greed, and people are driven by the wrong things, right? When you get into this game, automatically, right, what do people think? Oh, I'm going to make money. I'm trading and investing is about making money, but it's actually not. It's about losing money, okay? I know no one wants to hear that, but the entire game is set up for you to lose, not win. So in order to thrive in such an environment, you need to have more of a defensive mindset. Not like I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to fake it till I make it kind of nonsense, right? That doesn't work in the market. The market's highly random and extremely efficient. So if you're one of those people, this isn't for you. You should probably leave the business altogether. You have to be defensive. You have to be thinking in terms of protecting capital, not making money. And as a result, over time, you'll start to see a change. I'm going to get into that here in a moment, but that's who this is for. Now, also a quick note. If you're a Greenbridge member, okay, and you've been in Greenbridge for more than 2 years, then this program would probably be, it won't offer enough value for you, because you should be intimately knowledgeable with all these techniques. I've done a number of webinars that are available in the Greenbridge library that cover all this stuff. So basically what I've done is I've taken the stuff that basically our members have learned over 3 years and condensed it into 14 days, right? So if you're a Greenbridge member and you've been a Greenbridge member for over 2 years, this program is not really for you. So save your money, save your time. I'm not going to let you into the program, okay? So next, what is boot camp style? What is a boot camp style program? So this is a preset schedule, all right, and it's assignment focused. This is very important. Now, preset means it's at a schedule that I set, because in 14 days, you have to be at a certain point. This is not a leisurely, when I get around to it. It's assignment based. So it's not about the videos. A lot of these fake gurus, what do when they offer training? They take these old webinars, right, and they put them inside of a program. I don't know if anyone here has ever taken any one of these online programs, but if you have, confirm if I'm right here. they take like this old material, they package it up, and they make it look nice, and then they say, from their mega mansion, they say, look, I'm going to give you 10,000 hours of information, and you can go through it for as long as you want, right? And it's all fluff. If you take all that nonsense and condense it to the actual meat of the material, the videos would probably be not, 30 minutes or an hour long. They would probably be more like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But people don't think of that in terms of, they don't see that as value. But I'm the opposite with that, right? So preset schedule, you have to stick to the schedule. If you're not into that, or maybe you're very busy and you don't have time for these things, then this is not for you. Don't take the program. All right. I don't want people that aren't able to do this or take it seriously, because the assignments require some thought. Now, it's not hard, okay? There are 8 sections in this program. Each section has a number of videos, and they have a quiz, and then there's an assignment. The assignment requires you to go and take, picture of a chart and write a little something about it. It's not hard, but it will require some thought and some time, all right? And that's a very important part of this program. If you can't do that, you're not going to get anything out of the program. Don't take this program. Now, what is the training schedule? So there are 8 sections, like I said. Each section unlocks every 2 days. So you buy this thing right now, for example, the first section will be unlocked. You're going to see a few videos, right? You're going to see a quiz, and you're going to see an assignment. I'm going to tell you what the assignment is on that first section. You have to produce 3 charts. Okay, that I'm asking for certain information on, and you have to show me on 3 separate charts, and then you have to write like a little paragraph. I ask a question, and then you have to write a little paragraph explaining, your thought process. That's how it works. So you have a whole day, right? You have the first day to go through the video material, which shouldn't take you very long. Again, there's no fluff. I respect your time, right? You go through that, and then you have a whole day to do the assignment, okay? Produce the assignment and submit it. Now, this again is important because keep in mind, I'm in this with you. This is not like set and forget for me where I'm like, oh yeah, they'll just take the videos and then we'll all be happy. No, I actually have to provide feedback on your assignments, okay? So you're getting feedback from a chartered market technician. I'm a professional, basically I'm a professional analyst. If I wanted, I can go apply for a job at, a firm that, is involved, whatever, in markets. And I've demonstrated that I can produce professional grade technical analysis, right? That's what the CMT really is for. It looks good on your resume. Why would I do that? I don't need to do that, and I don't like working for people. But that's the level of expertise that I'm at. So I'm not one of these 2-year or 3-year, oh yeah, I know markets and blah, 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 right? I'm going to tell you how to do this, right? Yeah, okay. So that's the value of the feedback. Now, why are the videos only 5 minutes or less? Because basically each video in the program is maybe 3 minutes to 5 minutes. They're not really much more than that. There are 36 videos in total throughout the 8 sections. 36 videos. So when a section unlocks, you just watch them. It doesn't take long. Maybe you'll be at it watching the videos maybe 15, 20 minutes per night. Okay, and I've delivered the meat in that much time, enough for you to understand the material so that you can take the quiz. Now, the quiz is a little challenging. I try to trick you. I have a lot of trick questions in there because I want you to think, right? Now, the quiz, if you answer the thing right, it tells you if you're right. If you put a wrong answer, it also gives you an explanation as why the answer is wrong. But I ask tricky questions because I want you to think. The quizzes are only 5 questions, all right? They're not long. But it's a mental exercise. And then you have to do the assignment, okay? So no fluff. I don't sit there and talk about the history of Wall Street and all this other nonsense that you don't need, that's not going to help you evaluate risk any better or make a more informed decision. We get right to the meat, all right? That was a very important point when I put this together. Now, next one. Why are the assignments so important? I mean, I think I sort of covered that a few times here. The assignments are the key to this whole program. It's not the videos, right? People right away think, oh, videos. No. The assignments are hands-on. and they demonstrate your knowledge and ability, and they also will increase, by doing that, right, you're increasing your retention. That's really, really important. Hands-on and greater retention. Because I can then see, I can gauge where you are, right, if it's correct or if it's incorrect, and then I can tell you what you need to change or what you need to adjust. Now keep in mind, if I have 50 students in the program, that's 400 charts or more that I have to go through. So I can't write like a book. I can't sit there and write, for 2 hours on like what you should do. But within a couple of sentences, I can basically tell you, like, if it's correct, then there's not much to do. But if you're incorrect, I can at least give you some sort of guide and say, look, do this, do that, okay, so that you can get this right. And we can all be on the same page. Does that make sense? So that's why the assignments are the focus. And I want people that are interested in that, okay? Like I said before, this is not for, leisurely, do things at your own leisure type of thing. It's boot camp. Now, how does the feedback process work? So again, the way the platform that I have all this stuff on, basically it gives you like a box, right? And inside that box, you put your answer, you type it in, and you can also include the chart, like you could put a picture of a chart, like just like if you were putting a picture on Instagram or you were putting a picture on Facebook or you were sharing a link on Facebook, it's the same idea. If you're not able to do that type of thing, don't take the program, because the whole program is based on the assignment submissions, okay? And I can't handhold and provide that type of help. By the way, if you're incapable of sharing like a picture on Instagram, you definitely should not be risking money in extremely complex financial markets. Just so you know, helping you out. Leave the business while you can, okay? So yeah, the submission is very simple, and then I can provide feedback on what you submit, and it's all taken care of through the platform. So there's no emails going back and forth and all that other stuff. There's also, the way the platform is set up, there's a community. I'm gonna have like a private community set up. So if you have like extra questions or additional questions, you can ask them like in a community forum setting, and I will be very active in obviously checking and answering these questions, okay? So you have a lot of resources there over this period. By the way, let me say this. The 14 days, before I answer this next question here, the 14 days are, once you complete the 14 days, right, what you can expect. For one, you're going to get a little certificate of completion. Now, the skills that you should be coming away with are, you should have much more confidence and much more, or I should say, better assessment of the market. When I do my streams on Monday, you should be able to follow along very easily and understand where I'm pulling this information from. Also, here's another very, very important point. Less errors. What do I mean by that? Well, let me tell you a quick story. When I was learning this stuff, okay, when I was trying to figure it out, because it wasn't like someone taught me. Let me tell you, when I started out, I made some money, right, in the very early days, because things were easy back then, and I had a very, very specific statistical advantage that no longer exists today, thanks to algos, right? But back then, day traders enjoyed a speed advantage, the same thing that algos enjoy today, but they took it away from us. Anyway, so that period doesn't really count. Now, my first 5 years in this game, I thought I knew how to make money. I had to spend basically that time, right? Because I wasn't able to make money anymore. I had to basically unlearn all the things that I thought I knew, right? And then from there, I was going through this learning curve and trying this and trying that, moving averages. I was misled enormously. Oh, use this oscillator, it works. This oscillator can tell you the future and blah, 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 right? And I believed all this nonsense, and I stuck with it because, I'm very stubborn. And it was all phony nonsense. So anyway, it took me a long time to figure all that out. My point is this. I could not make money, and I was trying everything, okay? Everything. And when, things started to change after about 10 years, around 2015 this was, things started to change when I arrived at the combination of these techniques that I'm showing you here and how to use them in relation to each other. Because what changed was this. I was eliminating erroneous trades that normally would be stop outs. I was no longer taking those, right? People don't appreciate that. People want, oh, I want to buy a program and it's going to teach me how to maximize my profit, right? Oh, I got a buy signal and I'm going to be able to hold my whole position and it's going to run 100 points and I'm going to make all 100 points, right? That's what everyone wants. But that's a dream. That's a lie. And a lot of these guys tell you this stuff because that's what brings in money for them, right? Brings in customers. I'm telling you that it's a lie. The way to make money in this game consistently, like a professional, is by having a strong defense. So I found that by eliminating trades that otherwise I would lose money, I was saving the winners that I had, I was retaining them. So my account was able to actually start to grow. It wasn't like an overnight thing where, oh, one day I have $1,000 and then like the next day I have $100,000. It's not like that. So if you have those wacky expectations, please leave now. I don't want you in the program. So it was a slow process, but think about this for a moment. You have 10 trades, okay? You make 10 trades. 6 of those trades are losing trades. And on top of that, the risk is all over the place because maybe this one, the stop was too wide, and this one, you weren't sure, and so you held on a little longer, and all that. So it's a mess, right? 6 losing trades, you have 4 winning trades. Add the costs to that, right? The whole thing is net negative, right? You're losing money. Now imagine if you can cut 4 of those losing trades because of better judgment, and now you have, 8 winning trades and 2 losing trades, or forget 8 winning trades. Let's just say you only have 4 trades plus 2 errors. So you only have 6 trades, right? You're ahead because you cut out those losing trades. Does that make sense? That's very important, okay? Less is more in this game because this game is not here to help you. This game is here to rob you. That's the way the game is set up. So by participating less and being more selective and eliminating would-be mistakes or errors, that's really the key that no one talks about or appreciates. People want to see big home run winners. Look, I made 10,000% in one day. Look how I'm really cool. Look, I just bought a Lamborghini, right? That's what people want to see. That's the hook, okay? The dream that they sell. But when they say, oh, look, I managed to avoid that would have been a stop out. No one cares because, oh, well, you didn't take the trade anyway. So what does it matter, right? Nothing was at risk anyway. But do you understand what I'm saying with that? It's very important. So that's one of the biggest value propositions of this program. You will learn how to judge the market better and develop a stronger defense and think in terms of risk, not reward. All right, does that make sense? Okay, so let me move on here. Here we go. This is the big question. This is the big question. What is the price? Now, I'm going to give you the standard price, okay? Let me give you the standard price, and I'm going to explain this here, and then we're going to talk about something else. So the price is $399. Now, before you run away, let me ask you this. Before I ask you this question, hold on. One of the reasons why, there's a couple of reasons why I put the price at this point. I want to explain my price point. For one, I put it a little higher than like the typical price point of these type of programs. And the reason is I want people that are willing to put their money where their mouth is. I want serious students, okay? I don't want these people, oh, I'm going to pay $100 and then whatever and never get anywhere with it. I want people that really want to provide, they want to produce better analysis, and I want them to be serious, right? So I want to price a lot of those other people out. That's one reason. The other reason is I'm in this with you, like I said before. I have to spend some time each day correcting homework assignments, and it's going to be every day for me that I'm going to have to allocate some time and correct homework assignments. So I'm in this with you. It's like I'm the coach, all right? It's just not like a one-on-one thing. Does that make sense? So it has to be worth my time. I could be using that time to be putting on trades and all that kind of stuff, right? And just whatever. I mean, sure, that's risky money versus risk-free money, but still, I could be doing many other more valuable things with that time instead of sitting there for an hour or two correcting homework assignments. So it has to be worth my time, right? So at that price, it's worth my time. Now, let's get into this part. For all of you here that took the time to listen to all of this, for one, if you have questions about the program, now would be a good time. So I can, once I complete this part right here, I want to answer your questions. But here's the thing. I have, like I said before, when I started this thing out, I have not shared this information anywhere. I have not sent out any emails. I have not put any links in any chat rooms anywhere, okay? I haven't even shared the website link yet. The reason for that is because I'm going to offer a price to the people here, right? You are the most committed people. You come to all my streams. You're very supportive. You ask great questions, and it's like it's all the regulars. You guys are committed, so I want to reward you for that loyalty. Now, I'm going to offer this program to you here listening to this for 54% off, okay? That comes to $183.50. That's the price that you can get. Now, here's the thing. This is only available until Friday, so you have basically today, tomorrow, and Friday to decide if you want to get into this for a 54% savings. Also, that price is only available for the first 20 seats. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not expecting, it's not like I have a stream with 5,000 listeners here and that, those 20 seats are going to fill in 2 seconds. I don't expect that. I just put a limitation on those seats because honestly, at $183.50, it's not worth my time. So I don't want to have 100 people signing up, at that price. That's why I haven't told anyone about this program. Plus, you will be my first students, and you can also provide some valuable feedback for me so that maybe if there's some improvements that the program needs, you'll be the first to go through it so you can see it. So again, that should be worth something, right? So I'm giving you this really good price. I'm not going to be accepting Bitcoin. I'm going to get to your questions in a moment, but it's set up through PayPal. I don't have the Bitcoin merchant thing set up because, again, this is separate from Greenbridge. This is not Greenbridge. This is all through me. I have a separate website for this, all right? So I'm going to show you that in a moment. So, again, just to reiterate, you can get this for a 54% break, okay? Save 54%. This is the lowest price I'm going to offer this program. I will have other promotions in the future, but not this low, okay? Because I don't want to be giving it away at this price. This is for you. This is a reward for you for being here and for listening to me and coming here every Monday and being supportive and all that stuff. So that's why it's so low. I'm going to give you the website now, okay? And I'm going to show you the coupon code. So that's the website. Should be pretty easy for you guys to find, right? markpremarkets.com. And I would like to now open this up for Q&A. Now, let me show you something here real quick. All right, this is the page on my website. If you go to markpremarkets.com and you go to /coupon, the word coupon, it will take you to this page right here. Okay, and on this page, it explains, it just has a few points about the program, and then it's got the special offer right here. You see that? 54% savings for the first 20 students. Like I said, I don't expect this thing to fill up I don't expect 20 coupons to be used over the next couple of days. I'll be surprised if there is. So I just wanted to put that limitation like I explained. But you have until Friday, and then I'm going to remove this page. So if you go to this page, look, this is what it looks like. This is what the form looks like, right? You put your name and all that stuff in here. And on the bottom, right, it's got the price. You're saving $215.46, and you're paying $183.54, and then you would just press buy, and it would take you to PayPal, and it goes all through PayPal. There's no other, I'm not using any other merchant provider, it's just PayPal. Everything's very simple. There's no automatic renewals, none of that other nonsense. It's very simple. Now, another thing I want to mention is once you complete this program, you will have access to the material for the remainder of the month. So yes, it's 14 days, but once you complete the 14 days and you get your certificate of completion and you're producing, you're completing the analysis as per my criteria, You will then have the rest of the month to go back. If you want to take a quiz again, you want to submit assignment again just for practice, you want to watch the videos again, whatever it is that you want to do. You want to participate in the community, the student community, whatever it is, you will have that extra time to do that, okay? If you're not sure about this program, if you're not sure about the material and all that other stuff, then what I would suggest is you can purchase my ebook. It's only $10, right? There's a link in the descriptive portion of this video. And the ebook is a summary or an introduction to the subject matter in this training program. Now, I know many of you have bought the ebook, but my training program takes it a step further and forces you to demonstrate your knowledge and your ability, right? Because again, the value here is getting the 6-step routine and repeating that over and over again. So for example, you're watching Bitcoin. Let me show you something here real quick. And then I'm going to start looking at your questions. Take a look at Bitcoin, right? I have this Bitcoin chart up here. Now, you notice I have lines all over this chart. You notice I have like lines and boxes and all that stuff. Some of these lines have been on my chart for weeks and weeks and weeks. Where do those lines come from? And how do I know to draw them where I draw them? Well, that's what the program covers. You see all these support lines? I mean, look at this. This support line, I had this line in advance. Look where the market's bouncing. When I write my analysis on TradingView, I said that 38 to 40K is a support. We're getting the bounce off that support, and it's a failed low. On Monday, I had talked about this as an aggressive trade. There's a pin bar there. So if you had gone through my program, you should have recognized all this because there was a setup there. I talked about it on Monday, but it's aggressive, okay? It's aggressive. So at that time, you have to decide if it's right for you or not. When you have that experience, again, you have to be able to gauge the risk. This is not a trading strategy, I have to remind you, but you can use parts of it to build your own personal strategy or filter other strategies. Now, in this case, right, you have the pin bar, it's working, right? There was a long signal, it's working, but this is still aggressive. Why? Because you're facing resistance. So people that are buying into this right now, who have no clue what they're doing, or listening to some clown on YouTube telling them that it's going to 200,000, they're facing resistance in this area. So things can change quickly. That's part of the trader mindset. As an analyst, you need to realize that the potential here is limited and you should be taking profits pretty quickly. You should be conservative, right? As soon as you're over 1-to-1, you should be taking something off the table. And then you try to let it ride, but you should also be expecting noise and a potential sell signal in this area, right? That's the type of analysis that you should be able to arrive at, after taking my program. So at least you know in these situations, for one, that you shouldn't be shorting at these lows. That was painfully clear. And if you're going to go for a long, you should know that the potential for the long is limited, and you have to adjust to that. And that's where, getting more advanced with the trader mindset, that's where like personal situation and experience comes in, and how much money is in your account. All those factors play a role in that decision-making process. But the trader mindset is more about adjusting to new information as it comes to the market and managing that risk, okay, and recognizing what is wrong and taking action on that, right, being prepared for that. The analytical mindset is developing the scenarios in advance so that you do not have to react to these things, right? The herd reacts. All your peers who make money randomly, they react. So you think when they make money randomly, of course, they're not going to tell you when they're losing money most of the time. They only tell you when they make money, but they're making money randomly, right? That's basically how it works. In a generous environment, everyone makes money, but when the market gets tough, they all give it back anyway. And you add that complex layer of emotions, they go into hope mode, and you know how that goes. All right, so those are the things I wanted to cover. Let's open this up to Q&A. I think I'm doing pretty good with time here, considering I was running behind. Yeah, not too bad. All right, so what kind of questions do I have about my program? Let's see, who's interested? Let me go back. Now I'm going to go back to the chat. All right, so Alex, okay, I got Romanians. Of course, I saw Schwartz was here earlier. Always appreciate you guys stopping by. Even if you're not buying the program, it's okay. Johan, all right, so I always try to tune in. Okay, cool. Your anti-hopium attitude. I don't sell dreams. I don't sell hope. I'm all about reality. People, oh, you're so negative. Why are you so negative? I wanted to buy this and buy that. And right, you know why I'm negative? Because I've lost a lot of money. I'm not negative. I'm realistic. And when you lose a lot of money, you become more in tune with how to protect your capital, not chasing dreams. Okay, anyway, so let's see what else we got here. Peter, all right, I'm curious on your education offer. Okay, Peter, so tell me what you think. Anyway, and let me know, people, let me know, have you taken any other type of trader education type of programs, and just maybe give me some comments, like what you thought of them and comparing to what I'm showing you here. Because what I'm putting out here is certainly not like the regular cookie cutter model that most of these guys put out. I've seen a few of them. Okay. All right, cool. Sean, good to see you. Adrian, all right. By the way, so on Monday, I'll be doing my analysis again. This was a special session just to talk about my program, which again, I'm opening today for students. David, okay, from Miami. David, ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, I'd like to be there, not in Jersey where it's really cold. Hey, Winter from Romania. Okay, cool. I love my Romanians. Alex, all right. Schwartz, yes. Okay, hey, Dan, okay. Farhat, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Travel, good to see you as well. When is the cohort running? Sean, I don't understand your question. When is the cohort running? Can you be more specific? Chris, hey Chris, good to see you. All right, so I answered the do you accept BTC? Not at the moment, okay, so I apologize for that. But again, like I said, this is separate from Greenbridge. Peter, okay, oh no, I'm not doing analysis, Peter, save it for Monday. Thanks for asking though. Janet, what will be the trade's time horizon? Oh, good question, good question. This program focuses on the bigger picture, okay? So we're looking at swing trade ideas and investment ideas. This does not cover day trade at all. I do look at, there are chart examples in the program where I do look at 4-hour charts and stuff like that. And I make some comparisons to 5-minute charts, but the focus of the program is really the daily and the weekly chart, because that's where the most valuable information comes from, not intraday charts, right? Unless, you know, that's more of a day trader type of piece of information. Does that make sense? So good question. Very good question. This is bigger picture only. Mr. Banian, hey, good to see you. Activating the little FOMO. I'm sorry. You know, as a sales, you know, when you do a sales pitch, you have to do that. Yeah. Look, I could have been worse. I could have been like, you only have 60 minutes to make this purchase. Okay, I could have done that, Janet, but you know, I'm not doing that. I'm giving you a few days. But again, just to be fair, I'm cutting the price dramatically here. I don't want to sell this for $183, to be honest with you. Okay, it's not worth my time. So, but like as a reward, I don't mind 20 people, especially from this group. I don't mind because, you know, people, you've been very supportive. So for me, for in that situation, it's not a waste of my time. But I don't want like 200 people signing up at $183. Not going to be worth my time. Okay, so anyway, thanks for the joke though. All right, so Mr. Banian, how do you see the housing prices evolution considering the connection? Okay, Mr. Banian, good question, but I'm not going to answer that because I'm here only to talk about the my training program. So if you have questions about my training program, this is the time to ask. If you have questions about the market, just please hold them until Monday, and I will, of course, review them like I normally do on Monday. So again, thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by and asking a question. Okay. Wow, Dan, you joined already? Wow, cool. Okay, so okay, everyone, here comes the sales pitch thing. There's only 19 seats left to join the program. Will you be one of the 19 people before it runs out? I'm joking, but there is a limit. There are only 20 redemptions available on that coupon. So Dan, I appreciate that, Dan. You're my first student, okay? So I appreciate that very much. And again, I'll do everything that I can to make this worth your time, okay? So thank you. I really appreciate that. After the training, would we be able to spot when to long and when to short? Okay, Stian, good question. So, like I said before, this is not a specific strategy where it gives you buy and sell signals, but what it will help you do is you're not going to spot the long or short. You're going to be able to generate scenarios as to where the reversal is more likely to happen. Let me show you an example, again, with Bitcoin, right? So this Bitcoin situation, if you go back to my stream on Monday, what did I say on Monday? If you go back, and especially, this is especially true of the S&P and the NASDAQ. Remember when I went crazy with the S&P and NASDAQ? You know why I went crazy? Because there was this beautiful pin bar and the broader trend was bullish, right? Like you don't see that very often on a daily chart. So it's exciting to see. Bitcoin had a similar situation, but the structure is not the same, okay? So I talked about this pin bar. I talked about the potential long signal. If you go through my program, you should be able to arrive at a similar conclusion that, this is an area where bullish reversals are likely. I wrote about this in my TradingView article as well, right? Shouldn't be thinking short here, that's for sure, but you have to wait for the confirmation. I talk about confirmation in my program in the candlestick section, right? I talk about pin bars specifically. And at that point, that's when you have to decide if that type of trade is right for you. And you have to consider the context of the structure, all right? Like, so for example, I'm not in this trade, but if I was in this trade, I would not be expecting more than this resistance area. There's a big resistance right here. It's an old support, new resistance. So I would definitely be locking in profits. Right now there's no sell signal, but I'll certainly be anticipating one. That's the value of the program. I would be anticipating a bearish pin bar developing over here, right? That's what I'd be anticipating. So if I see it and the market confirms, I'm prepared to act. I'm not going to sit there and hope and be like, oh, well, I hope it works out. Let me go watch my favorite clown guru and maybe he'll give me some more hope so I stay in the position. I love when he gives me hope, even when I lose money. Okay, that's not going to be you. You're going to say, okay, got the sell signal, I'm out. Or I'm out of most of it and we'll see if we get the high or low. But that's the kind of preparation that you should be demonstrating when you complete the program. Okay, and again, it's my job to help you get there. Now keep in mind, I've been at this for many, many years, okay? More than 20. I can't deliver 20 years of experience in 14 days. But what I'm showing you here, I'm showing you the steps in a particular order that you can repeat over and over. And here's the thing too, there are 6 steps, but you don't have to repeat all 6. You can actually repeat just 4. Because the market proportions and the Elliott wave are just sort of like, you can think of them as bonus steps. I never go over proportions, or I don't talk much about Elliott wave in my streams, but I look at those things all the time. Okay, and my program goes into detail on how to best use those techniques. All right, does that make sense? A good question. Let me see what other questions I have here. I got another guy. Hold on. Okay, the training in trading, only 4 years experience of losing money. Okay, no, you know what? But you've don't worry, you're cool. Okay, I'm not going to throw you out of the program. I'm in. Is it a consecutive 14 days? Okay, so Chris, it's 14 days, right? If you go to the first section, it's how to best use this program. It's spread out over 14 days. So every other day, the next section will unlock. You're not going to get all the sections together at the same time. Right? I put it out that way purposely, for one, so I can correct the homework assignments, because every section has a homework assignment. So now obviously tomorrow, I'm going to have Dan's assignment to correct, and I'm going to have your assignment to correct, because you're going to hand that thing in either tonight or tomorrow, right? And I have to be there now to correct those assignments. So it's spread out over 14 days. Every other day, a new section unlocks. Okay, and that's when the new material becomes available. And you're going to go through that process for 14 days. And then after that, you have another, basically you have the remainder of the month to go back and review things if you want to. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Was asking if there's specific dates for the bootcamp. Oh, Sean. Oh no, hold on. Let me go back. Adrian, I tried Tammy, famous trader in France. He wrote several bestsellers about trading. 5,000 euros? Oh. Yeah. See, I mean, that's ridiculous. Okay, that's ridiculous. Oh, by the way, just so you know, I haven't mentioned this, and guys that paid for this, I'm not going to be providing any refunds for this program. I want to make sure that that's clear. I probably should have said that before you guys paid for it, but I'm not going to issue refunds because once you learn the material, you can't unlearn it, number one. It's not really fair to me. It took me a very, very long time to put this together, and I want, I want to see you succeed. I can't be going back and forth with refunds and this and that. It's extremely time consuming. So it's stated on the front page of my site. If you go at the very bottom, it says there are no refunds. So just to be clear, for those that are listening, there are no refunds. But, I think the guys that bought this thing should be okay with that because you guys are going to do well with this. All right. So Sean was asking if there were any specific dates for the boot camp. So Sean, no, there are no specific dates. It's, you start, whenever you start, you now have 14 days. So you start today, your boot camp is over the next 14 days. Okay. So it's going to be specific to when you join. There's no fixed, like, okay, the second week of the month is when I'm going to do it. Maybe I should have been more clear on that. But what I meant by boot camp style is that it's basically, you're expected to do assignments on that fixed schedule. You have a 14-day schedule. Okay, that's every other day you get a new section and you get your assignment and you have to do the assignment and you have a day to do the assignment. Like I said, the assignments are not hard. It's not like a math problem that you have to solve, but you do have to provide, you do have to think, you do have to notate a chart and all that kind of stuff. Okay, and you have to submit it and all that. All right, so there is some thought involved. It's going to require some time and some effort. So anyway, good question, Sean, and thank you for asking so I can clarify. I've never taken the trading class, but wow, man, I'm going to have a lot of homework to correct. See, you guys are taking up, this is why I didn't want to have too many at this price. I should be getting $400 for these. Okay, anyway, no, I'm joking. I don't mind doing it for you guys. That's why I gave you a 54% discount. Okay, Peter, I'm a member of Greenbridge, but only 1 month. And what I hear from you, should I be? Yeah, well, Peter, so yeah, I won't kick you out of the program. Okay, again, the Greenbridge people, the reason why I said that before, about 2 years, like if you've been in Greenbridge for more than 2 years, then I don't think this program would be appropriate for you because you're not going to get the most value out of the program. This program is for people that are learning. Okay, they're new, they're trying to get a sense of structure. People that have been with us for a couple of years should be intimately familiar with our process. So they should, this would be more like a refresher, and I don't want people wasting their money if they should be familiar with this stuff, right? It's like basics, they should know this. So that's why I don't want them in the program. All right, okay, so good question, Peter. Any thoughts for us after Powell spoke Monday? You know what, Alex, again, I'm not answering those questions here. I didn't, and to be honest with you, I didn't look over Powell's speech. I don't know what he said. All I know is the market liked it, right? And the market liked it a lot. I have to see what the guy said. So I don't really have anything to say about that right now. I'll look into it and I'll answer that question on Monday. So anyway, thank you for asking. Okay. Yeah, well, now I have like 17 spots left. So you better hurry before they run out. I'm joking. There's no rush. You know what? I could have been even more spammy, and I could have put like a timer on that page, right? The time is running out. You better buy it before you can't buy it anymore. I'm joking. Okay. X. You also said, I quote, a bunch of morons will jump in at 43, 44, and they will be caught in it. And yes, well, yeah, I said that. Around, well, look, referring to Bitcoin, yeah, that was a support level, and it broke. So when I say something like stepping in front is a bad idea. And you can see why. It doesn't always work. And that's why I never encourage that. Okay, so let me go back to the program here. In fact, you know what I should be showing? Instead of showing a chart, I should be showing this. All right, this is what you should be looking at. All right. So let me see what else we got here. Great questions. Again, I really appreciate everyone's questions. And again, I appreciate everyone taking the time here with me today. I trade since 2017, so I think I wouldn't learn so much from your course. But I've bought your ebook. Okay, and that's fine, Adrian. That's no problem. Yeah, again, if you have the ebook, you have the subject matter of the program. It's the same subject matter in the same order. I basically took my ebook and turned it into a training program. It's just the training program goes into that hands-on aspect that the ebook does not. So that's okay. That's cool. And thanks for buying the ebook. Again, for people that aren't sure, maybe you're watching this video after the fact. If you're unsure of the subject matter, I mean, you could go to my website, right, the Mark P. Markets website, and there's actually a course. You can go into if you click on courses, you can actually see all the course stuff going on in here, right? Like if you click on this, it tells you, like you can actually see, where is it? Like you can see what's inside the course, right? These are the modules. These are all the sections. So, you can see all that in there if you want to see more of what's inside. And if you're not sure of the subject matter, then simply buy the ebook, and that will at least give you an idea. And if you want to pursue it further, then you can consider the program. Otherwise, the ebook will at least set you on the right track, and then you can pursue it on your own. That's why I wrote the ebook originally in the first place, and I'm still using those same techniques. Okay, so that has to say something about the methodology. A lot of these guys, what they do is they switch. A couple of years ago, they were using the RSI, but today they're using the stochastic, and they're using the 200 period moving. Why'd you switch? Well, because I'm evolving. Oh, all right, great. I don't have to switch, right? I'm extracting particular pieces of information. That's all I need. Again, less is more in this game. If you're one of those people that more is better, this won't be good for you, right? Less is more. I need people with an open mind. I want to produce analysts that are on the same page. You don't have to produce analysis exactly like me. I don't expect that. But I want to be able to speak the same language as you. I want you to be able to speak the same language as me. I don't want someone coming out from left field with, hey, how come you guys don't use the 30 period and the 20 period exponential moving average? How come? I use it and I'm making money. I don't want that guy. Okay, if you're still stuck on that stuff, well, have fun. But you're just playing the random casino game. I'm not interested in the random casino game. I've played it long enough. So I want people that can think on the same page, so that we can all basically come together at some point and evaluate dozens and dozens of markets, right? And basically it produces opportunities for everyone, right? If you're all in the same group and look, this guy's looking at oil, this guy's looking at Bitcoin, this guy's looking at gold, just whatever markets that you're interested in. It's just I think it's a big benefit to a group. That's what I'd like to get to. All right, let me answer some more questions here. Again, I appreciate all these great questions. Okay, I'm still afraid to get in. I think I will wait for the pullback. Hope this will work. Okay. Yeah, well, X, again, you should have a much stronger assessment. Again, I'm going to see how you're doing, obviously, because you're going to have to hand in all those assignments. You have 8 assignments to do now over the next 14 days. I will be able to gauge your thought process from that. By the way, there's no BSing me or faking it to like you make it kind of nonsense. I've been in this a long time. I'm not saying you, X, but some people may think, oh yeah, I'll just cheat my way through. I can spot a fake within seconds, right? Like when I see these fake gurus, I know within seconds that the guy's a phony by what he's saying and what he's like, trying to push, because I know most stuff doesn't work. Okay, so like if you have a guy that shows a fancy chart and he's showing you his chart while he's driving his Lamborghini, I hope you know that that's fake. All right, but a lot of people, they buy into that lifestyle hook. That's what that is. It's a hook. And I want to buy that Lamborghini. This guy must know what he's doing. Yeah, he's a clown. He's tricking you. Anyway, all right, so that's not you, X. I'm going to see how your assignments are, and I'm going to help you get this right. All right, again, I appreciate, X is my first student. X, I thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, so do I need to draw something on the chart? Peter, yes. Okay, so the assignments are, the assignments are self-explanatory, right? It's explained. So you do have to notate. You have to put notations on the chart, whether I'm asking you about showing me, demonstrating a trend. I'm asking you to demonstrate trend lines. I'm asking you to demonstrate Elliott wave. Yeah, you're going to have to notate the charts. And like, you're going to have to be able to go onto a charting platform, whether it's, popular platform, whatever it is, doesn't matter the platform. And you need to be able to take a picture of a chart and submit it through the platform. Or if you don't want to take a picture of a chart, that's cool. You can send me the link. All right, just like some platforms allow you to generate a chart link, I can click on that link and I can see your chart. That's acceptable. I'll take a chart link. So yeah, but you do have to have notations on the chart. Or, if you can't do any of that, you just do a screen capture and you send me that image or whatever. You should be able to do all that stuff. If you have a hard time with that, I would not recommend taking the program, because the program is based on, that type of submission. All right, so thank you for asking. Good question. X, no worries. I will not ask for a refund. Okay, I appreciate that. Well, you can't ask me for a refund now, X. You're my first student. I'm not even going to give you your money back now, because you're my first student. I should have like a picture of you on my wall. My first student. All right. Stygian. Okay. Scott. Hey, Scott. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Scott, I saw you in my previous stream, and I missed your comment. I forgot to say hi. Thank you for stopping by, Scott. It's nice to see you. Scott was a long-time member. Scott, this program's probably not for you, so I'll kick you out. Blair, can you discuss your background? Sure. I'm new here, but I've been enjoying your post and feel you have a logical, clear method. What type of okay, excellent question, Blair. Excellent question. So, those of people, a lot of people, they know my background. I started in 1999 as a NASDAQ day trader. And I was very young back then, just out of school. I did pretty well, okay, at that time, but it was easy. Everyone did well at that time. And then things stopped working. I couldn't figure out why. So I spent the next, from I'd say 2002 to 2015 trying to figure this out and losing a lot of money in the process. But in that time, I've worked in the industry, right? I worked for Forex.com. I worked for Gain Capital. Well, it's Forex.com. I worked for SMB Capital as director of Forex and Futures, whatever. I got my Chartered Market Technician designation from the Market Technicians Association back like in 2012 or whenever that was. And I'm a professional analyst. Now, I've been active in the markets all this time to different degrees, right? I've traded everything. Forex, I trade futures. I've been active. Stocks, options. So, I've had my financial licenses, not like it matters. I had my Series 3. I had my Series 7. I had my, what was the other one? 63, the Series 63, the Uniform, the Uniform Sales Act, whatever. I can't remember what it was called. But I had to take that stupid test too. Those tests don't mean anything. They're just nonsense. And they don't have any ability. They don't say anything about your ability to time markets. Anyway, but you're asking me about my credentials. Yeah, I had all that stuff. And more recently, I got involved. Me and Andrew, we started Seeking Cryptos back in 2018. We then turned that into Greenbridge Investing. We provided signal service and analysis and all that stuff. And I've been working very hard to get a training program out. So that's why I've been sort of absent from Greenbridge. I've been working on this. So that's pretty much my background in a couple of minutes there. So yeah, if you want to see trade signals, there's a track record. If you go to greenbridgeinvesting.com, a lot of those trade signals, I called many of them. You can also look me up on TradingView, and you could read all of my analysis. In fact, if you click on the descriptive portion of this video, on the bottom there's a link to TradingView on my profile on TradingView. You can just go there, and you can get a better sense of the kind of analysis that I produce on a weekly basis. And I've been a member on TradingView, 9 years now, I think it says. So, but I don't have analysis for 9 years. But in the recent few years, I produce a chart. I produce Bitcoin charts weekly, so you can see all that. All right, if you want to see a little bit more about my credibility. So anyway, yeah. So I hope that answers your question. Janet, since the course is for beginners, what would an advanced version of the course look like? That's a good question, Janet. An advanced, I thought about that. An advanced version of this course would probably look more like a one-on-one session, because I don't think I can teach these concepts and going more into a trader mindset, I don't think I could teach that in a group type of setting, because each person's situation is unique, and the structure, the educational structure for something like that would have to be very personalized. So I think that, obviously I can't have like thousands of students that I'm doing like one-on-one things with. So that something like that would be very specific to you, and obviously it'd be a lot more money, because I can't spend a lot of time on stuff like that. So that's my initial thought on it anyway. It would look like a one-on-one type of session over a number of weeks. Like we would do like 1 hour a week for 4 weeks type of thing, right? And then I would have to have some sort of structure to that. We'd have to follow some sort of game plan, but a lot of it would have to be really customized to your situation. All right, but again, I don't have anything like that right now. But anyway, it's a very good question. Thank you for asking. Stian, I just joined. Does the first day start today? Okay, great question. It starts now. If you just joined, and I have like 4 or 5 students now. I appreciate that. Thank you. The first section should be unlocked. So you sign in, you go through the platform, and you'll have access to the first section. All right. So look, going. I'll show you. If you go back here, this is what you're going to see, right? When you log in and you go to your dashboard, this is the first section, trends and price structure, right? So this is the first thing that you're going to see today. You'll see it now, as soon as you log into that. And then in 2 days, this section will unlock. Does that make sense? And then you go through that material, okay? But right now, you're only getting the first section. In over 14 days, all these sections are going to unlock every 2 days. All of these sections are going to unlock. And at the completion, you're going to get a certificate of completion. All right? So, oh yeah, the guy that was asking about my credentials, here, you can look there. There's a little blurb about me as well. All right. So, great question. Great question. Let me see what else I got here. And I'm really excited. I really appreciate you guys, supporting me here and signing up. Thank you very much. See, you're keeping me talking. I should have been signed off by now, but I'm still talking. I'm joking. I just like to talk a lot. If I missed 1 day, can I continue on a second day? So Peter, hold on. I think I skipped some questions. Just asking because here in Belgium, it's almost bedtime. Oh, so Stian, don't worry. You have a whole day, right? So you get access. You basically have 2 days to do the work and the assignment. And the early assignments are not too hard. I mean, the first one you have to produce 3 charts, but you should be able to get that done within an hour. So, don't worry about that, but really try hard to stick to the schedule, right? Stay on that schedule, because that's the whole purpose of the boot camp. That's the structure. So that when you come out of this thing in 14 days, you should be solid. And you can't be like, oh, I got to make up this assignment. I got to make up that one. All right. So now Peter asks, if I miss 1 day, can I continue on the second day? Yes, Peter. But you're going to have a lot more. The work is going to pile up, right? If you missed like the first day and you don't hand in that first assignment on the second day, and then the next section unlocks, now you're going to have 2 assignments to do. And it's going to be more consuming, more time consuming. So really try to stick to that schedule, right? So after the 14 days, you're there. Now, if you do miss a day, again, like I said before, after the 14 days, you will still have the rest of the month, the remainder of the month, to go back. So it's not like after 14 days you're done and then you get kicked out. You're still part of the community, and you can go back to the material if you want to make something up, if you want to do something again, if you want to watch videos again to reinforce something. You'll have that access, okay? And then after the month, then the program will no longer be available, okay? So you have all that time. And again, now that I have students, I'm going to be setting up the community so that if you have extra questions, you can go through the community forum, because it'll be set up for students. Also, I have an email, right? If you guys want to send me an email, it's mark@markpmarkets, M-A-R-C. Don't spell it with a K, it's with a C. All right. And if you have questions about the training program, you can ask me through that email. Also, if you go to the contact form here, right? This thing, I should get an email if you fill this out, but I have to check with I may not have this set up properly, so I have to check. But if you send an email to mark@markpmarkets, then I will answer your questions. Again, that email is just for questions about this training program. Don't send me questions about, you need portfolio advice, because I'm not going to have time to answer those questions. You have to understand, it's very hard for me to manage time, and I can't, I have to support students now, and my priority is going to be to support students. So now if you're a student and you have a question, go through the forum. That would be the fastest way, because I'm going to be checking the community forum and all that kind of stuff regularly. I will also be checking this email regularly. So if you have questions about the program, if you're unsure of something, you can always send me an email. All right, let me see what else. Uh-oh, I got the Russian porn guy here. Man, maybe the Russian porn guy will buy my program. Okay, hold on. Let me see what else I got. All right, just asking because, okay, Peter, okay. The Russian porn guy. Man, Russian porn guy, why do you got to interrupt my training program? Do you want to buy my training program? Do you want to be a trader or something? Because no one's going to click on your porn, and you're really not, especially in this crowd. You got the wrong crowd. Maybe next time I'll produce a training program on how to spam, but it's not this. So go spam somewhere else. This is the wrong place. And you keep doing it. It's the same guy. So if you want to buy the by the way, I'm not going to give you, the Russian guy, I'm not going to give you the good price. So you're going to have to pay $3.99 because you keep putting porn things in my stream. So get out of here, Russian porn guy. And seriously, if you want to get a higher click-through rate, you need to go to like a fake guru stream where they have 5,000 listeners, not 20 listeners. No one here is going to click on your click-through rate is going to be lousy. So why do you do that? Man, come on, man, seriously. Got to learn how to spam. Novice spammers. All right. Okay, I'll send you one pic, okay? Will you be providing NFTs to those successful? Douglas, good question. I'm not going to be, it's not an NFT. It's actually a certificate of completion. It's actually a PDF file. But there is a certificate of completion, and you will actually receive this file with your name on it. The platform allows for all that. So yes, there is a certificate of completion. And it may seem like a kind of like, what do I need that for? But you know what? Here's why that actually, the reason why I went along with that, because I didn't have to put a certificate of completion, but I went along with that because my overall goal is to have an analyst community, and in order to get into that, you're going to have the certificate of completion. That's how I'm going to use that. So anyway, yeah. Okay, Blair, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for asking and checking this out. I appreciate your time. Janet, the mentorship should be in your plans. You would do well. Janet, I appreciate that. And I've been thinking a lot about that. And it's just, the thing is, my resources are limited, and I can only do one thing at a time. Like I said, I've poured everything into getting this program out, and I really want this to do well, and I want people to succeed. I want to see measurable results from people. So like I said, I'm invested in this as well. It's not just I'm throwing a program at you. But yeah, as far as a more advanced one-on-one type of thing, I would eventually like to come out with that, but not going to be anytime soon. But thank you. I appreciate the encouragement and the suggestion. Hey, Ben. Thank you. I appreciate that. Adrian, time for bed. Okay, cool. And Adrian, again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for asking questions. Again, stop by again on Monday. If you have, I know some people ask charting questions. I'm not here to analyze charts today. That's back on Monday. So just come back then. I'll be very happy to take a look at your chart, as I always like to do. Okay, Alex, I guess what I said was not possible. Alex, what is are you talking about the question about, did I miss your question? Yeah, if you're talking about the Powell thing, no. I'll answer that on Monday. So just save it for Monday. Because again, Alex, to be honest with you, all I saw was the price reaction to what Powell said. I don't know what he said because I don't pay attention to news. I know that may sound crazy, but I knew Powell was going to testify. We talked about it on Monday, right? We talked about it was on the calendar. And I saw when the market went nuts, okay, Powell must have said something dovish. He must have, because the market reacted in such a way. I don't know what he said, but the market reacted in what looked to me like an inflationary speech, right? He must have talked something about that hinted toward inflation. Gold was higher, everything was higher, okay? And the dollar got beat up a little bit. So I'll have to look into that more, and I'll probably have a better answer for you on Monday. So thank you again for stopping by and participating. All right, any suggestions on free charting platforms? free charting platforms. So, TradingView is free to a point, but they hit you with a lot of annoying ads. I know. That's the chart. I pay for it. So, as far as free, I think there's something called FinViz. You may have to Google that. I think that's free. And I know there's something called stockcharts.com. I believe I don't know. I know it's a premium charting thing as well, but there may be some free aspects to that. So you may want to check into those programs. But again, you could use TradingView free to a point. And I think for something like here, you can get by because it's not like you need any kind of you don't need any special tools, right? It's not like you need a special oscillator to do this. There's no oscillators in my program. Just so you know, right? There's none of that nonsense. So everything that you need to do, all you need is really a daily chart and a weekly chart, basically. You need the ability to look at those, and you need the ability to draw lines on your chart. You need the ability to do that. You need to be able to use the retracement tool, right? Stuff like that. You need to be able to write numbers or letters on your chart because for Elliott wave, you're going to have to label waves, right? That kind of stuff. Okay. So, so you might want to check into those, but I don't know of any one in particular as far as free charting platforms. Good question, though. Maybe someone else could chime in on that. Stian, I also had this on Monday, but I think it's, what are you talking about there? Alex, Mike. So you know what, Alex, maybe, sometimes the YouTube settings block certain types of questions. You may have put something in there that blocked the question. I don't know, because I get lots of spam, like on the comments. So I put all these things to filter out certain words and stuff like that. And maybe you might have used one of those things that filtered it out. That could be what the problem is. I don't even remember what the words were, but a lot of times on my videos, I get all these ridiculous spam comments and porn links and all that stuff. So I put filters so that, if someone puts the words in the chat, YouTube erases it. That could be what the problem is. Anyway, so maybe, Alex, you have to ask the question in a different way. Is it okay for him to use my account to see the course? Is it okay for him to use my account? I'm not sure what you mean. For who to see the course? Maybe a dumb question, but I've seen the program includes Fibonacci. I don't know how to work with that. I will learn from the boot camp or should... No, so Dan, you don't have to know because that's section 3, I think it is, explains all you need to know. So just wait till you get to section. You have a few days now to wait for that. You don't need to do any extra work. I boil it to all you need. Okay, there's no fluff. It shows you how to generate supports. It shows you how to generate resistances. It shows you the values on the retracement tool that you need because you don't need most of them, right? So that's all explained in the program. So don't worry, you'll get there. All right, so thank you for asking. All right, everyone, that's all the questions. Hey, and this is about, I thought I was going to finish this a lot sooner, and I still have a nice group of people here. So I want to thank you all for not only taking the time to listen to me, but for those of you that have joined up just now, I appreciate that very much, and I'm going to, do my best to make sure that you have a good experience because that's going to be very important to me, especially for my first group. Like I said, my first 20 students are going to get this price. Actually, less than 20 now, because people have been signing up. So, you're getting this thing for $183.54, and that's the lowest price that I'm going to offer this. You have until Friday. I'll leave this page up until Friday, and then I'm going to remove it because I don't want to sell lots of these programs at this price. Okay, so after that, it's going to go back to the regular $3.99, which is what the price of this program is. All right, so again, I just want to remind you of that. I'm sorry if that sounds spammy, but I just have to let you know that, right? Make sure that that's clear. Okay, so now, all right, so Janet Jr., wait, hold on. I read your book about 6 to 8 months ago, and so far, hope to learn. The program should certainly take you a step further, Dan, especially because you're going to be getting direct feedback from me. The book, again, you have to pursue things on your own. Here, you're going to have to do assignments. So tomorrow, I'll be expecting to see your assignment, and I will be giving you feedback on it, right? And every other day, it's going to be the same story until you complete the 14 days, and then we'll see where you are. But yeah, I believe that this program will certainly take you a step further and help you gain that context that you may be missing, right, from your evaluation. And that's normal because people are focused on the wrong information most of the time, and hopefully this will open your mind to see where the value is on a chart. Okay, Janet, it appears that most of the content is in the, yes. So Janet, it is the ebook. I took the subject matter from the ebook in the same order, and I basically built a training program around it, right? So if you have the ebook, you know what's in the training program, except the ebook is an introduction, where the training program, the videos were made to get you up to speed so that you can do each assignment on your own without any help. So it gets you right to the point. There's no, oh, I have to further research this, I have to further, no. It's, you watch this video, you should be able to know what to do. After 14 days, you're going to have a 6-step routine, and you're going to know how all the parts interrelate with each other. The ebook doesn't go over that. The ebook just says, here are the 6 techniques that I use, but I don't really talk about how they relate to each other. And that's really like the key to this thing. And that's what took me many, many years to figure out, and how I arrived at these steps. You realize this is not it's not like it's proprietary information. You know, the Fibonacci retracements and all, that's not mine, right? But I know I've used them in such a way that it helps me make more informed decisions, and relatively quickly. I don't have to spend time watching you. This is why people ask me about Powell. I have no idea what the guy said, but I know I can tell you about the price levels that we're at, and I can tell you stories about that. I don't care what he said, right? Because what he said is meaningless. What matters to me is how the market behaves, and how the market behaves at particular levels going forward. That's all that matters to me. So that's really, I'm focused on price. And that's really the goal of this program, is to get you to focus your attention on the same information. Like I said, I want a group of professional analysts that are all on the same page and see the same things, so that we can spot lots of opportunities as a group. All right. Again, I'm not going to be introducing like anything like that anytime soon, but like that's my goal. All right. So good question, Janet. X, thank you, student number 1. X is student number 1. Because you're the first one to buy the program. You didn't even hesitate. I appreciate that very much. You have no idea. Alex, I have a pal with whom I'm investing. Would it be okay for him to access the course? Yeah, I mean, if you bought it and you two are going to look at it together, I mean, yeah, what am I going to do? I can't stop you. Is it okay? Well, you know, I mean, it's not exactly fair to me, but if you want to do that, you know, I'm not going to encourage it. Let's just put it that way. But I don't think the platform is going to block you if he tries to log in. If he uses your login information, I don't think it's going to block him. It's not my platform. Okay, I just put the content on the platform. The platform does what it does. All right. So anyway, good question though. I appreciate the question. Thanks for being honest. When I write friend, I guess you two. Oh, you know why? You want to know why, Alex? That's probably one of the words that I put in the filter. Because people put girlfriend, like when I get these spammy things, girlfriend, or they use friend a lot, and that's probably why friend gets erased. It's probably one of the words that I put in the filter. Anyway, okay, cool. Thank you for clarifying. It's almost midnight here. If I complete the assignment in about 10 to 12 hours, yeah, X, you have a whole day. Again, it's a 2-day cycle. So you get your material, you look at it one day, right? There's no rush, but you have a full day to complete the assignment before the next section unlocks. So don't worry, don't stress out. You have plenty of time, and the assignment should not take you more than an hour. Really, should not take you more than an hour to produce. You'll probably have it done in 30 minutes, right? All you're doing is you're going to put some stuff on the chart, you're going to grab the chart, and you're going to throw it inside the box. And that's it, and write like a little paragraph. It's not going to take you very long, so don't stress, please. You have a whole day. That's why I set it up this way, so that you have some adequate time to do these assignments. It's not like solving, you know, some kind of ridiculous binomial time series equation where, you know, you have to look at these numbers for hours and you don't even know what you're looking at. It's not like that. It's just I want you to demonstrate your knowledge so that I can gauge where you are. Okay, that's the value of the program. So thank you for asking. Okay, I get it. That's why. Okay, no problem, Alex. No problem. Again, I'm not gonna yell at you, but anyway. Okay, Peter. Sorry, is this the promo code? Why? Where'd you get that promo code? That's not the promo code. The promo code is M special. This is the promo code right here. Where are you getting why from? Not sure where you're getting that, but this is the promo code, M special 54. But if you go to this page, Mark Premarkets/coupon, if you go to this page, it's all set up for you. So you don't actually have to type anything in. It's all here, right? The special offer is plugged in and the price is here. So even though I have the coupon code here, technically you don't really need it. Okay, but that is the coupon code. Where are you seeing why? You shouldn't see that. Maybe your browser's blocking something? Okay, Sean, okay, starting the next couple of months, we'll need to clear some time to work. Okay, Sean, no problem. I appreciate that. Now, Sean, you've been at Greenbridge for a little while, so I don't know if this would be the best choice for you, right? A lot of this may be refresher, so, I don't know what to tell you about that. I know you've been at Greenbridge for, I think, more than a year, but maybe less than 2 years. You should be familiar with a lot of this stuff. So I don't know if you're going to get a lot of value out of the program, right? Just, again, like, I'm not trying to push people into this. I want people to make the right decision, and I want them to be happy when they come out. Not only happy, I want them to be effective. And I want them to, be able to see things the way I see them. I want you to be able to gauge risk the way I gauge risk. And I want you to improve your defense. That's the measurable result. Is not going to be, oh, look, I'm making millions of dollars now. That's not the result. The result is a strong defense will eliminate a lot of erroneous trades and you will retain more of your winning trades over time. That's the result. That's what I'm going for here because that's my experience, okay? And that's the defensive mindset. And that's really what I want to get you toward. All right? So anyway, good question. Good question, Sean. Sean, and if you're unsure along the way, look, just send me an email. Send me an email at mark@markpremarkets, or just go to the contact page here. Send me an email if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer that. Again, this is separate from Greenbridge, so don't send me emails on Greenbridge. I'm not able to check that email as frequently. I know a lot of people get angry about that, but I'm not able to. So this I will be checking constantly. So if you have a question, you're unsure, or maybe you want to go buy the ebook first or something if you haven't bought the ebook, and that'll give you a much better idea. I just don't want you to spend money that you're not going to get, something out of. Okay? Since you've been a Greenbridge member for a while. Okay, Alex. All right, no problem, X. Again, student number 1. I can't wait to see how you come out of this. Alex, why was written as an example on one of the pages. That should not be. Because that why was actually here. It was actually, and I erased it, right? And I put the actual coupon code in there. So I don't know where you're seeing why. That's that bothers me because all these pages should be. Maybe your browser's interpreting something weird, but why is certainly not the code. So the code is this. This is the code right here. I'm showing you here on the page. So if you have to input that code somewhere, that's the code. And that code will be good until Friday. Or if 20 people buy this thing before Friday, then that code will no longer work. All right, so just so you know. Sean, okay, I got it. Would be good refresher for me regardless. Okay, no, I appreciate that, Sean. Okay, no problem. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, Alex, under the great offer today, let me see, where is that? Great offer today. So obviously it must be somewhere else. Great offer today. Where is that? I don't see it. Great offer today. Where is great offer today? You guys are like on maybe your browser is serving another page or something? That's very strange. I don't see any great offer today on my site here. This is where it used to say it, right? Great offer, blah, blah, blah. This thing right here. And like I said, I changed it to M Special 54. So where is that? Let me see. I don't see that anywhere on here. Great offer today. All right, so I don't know, you guys. Thank you for pointing that out, but I don't see it. Okay. would one get anything out of the course if one had seen you free videos of the Greenbridge website? Would one get anything out of the course if one has seen your free videos on, well, if you're familiar with, it depends, Janet. You know, again, the course I go into detail on the 6 steps. When I do a lot of the free videos, while I use these techniques, I don't explicitly detail them, right? Like if I'm looking at like a proportion, a market proportion, for example, and I have like a line. Like, let me give you an example. Do I have my chart up here? Look, let me show you something real quick. See, on Bitcoin, for example, right? You see these levels up here? See these levels? See that line? That's a proportional line. I never explained how I got that line, right? Or this line over here. I never explain that. I draw them, I show them, but I don't explain them, right? So the course really goes into where I'm getting this stuff from, and how I'm arriving at these. Why this line, and why is this line at this level? Why? And what can I expect in the future from that line? And also, what can go wrong? Because, you know, after everything is said and done, markets are highly efficient and random, extremely random, but not always random. So, you know, you have to keep that in mind. You do have to respect the random nature of the market, and that's part of, you know, the mindset as well. I want people to have realistic expectations. There's no magic. I'm not selling you any magic here. There's no statistical advantage. There's none of that, okay? But what this should do is help you develop a context so that you're better prepared for what the market can show. And then when the market confirms, you're prepared. You're prepared to act because you've planned in advance, right? I talk about scenarios all the time, and the market doesn't always show me what I'm expecting. But, you know, a lot of times I'm expecting this, and when the market lines up and it shows it to me, okay, great. I was prepared for this. I'm ahead of the herd because the herd was busy. You know, the herd is thinking short over here, right? The herd is all calling for a short, and I'm thinking long. How many people on Monday asked me, we looked at altcoins, for those of you that were here on Monday, how many people asked me on Monday, and what were we talking about? I was telling people about altcoins. I was saying, look, they're all at support levels. These are attractive levels for longs, right? Some of them have buy signals, some of them don't, but the trade is aggressive. Go back to my stream on Monday. See what I said, right? That mindset, I wasn't thinking short. And even had a guy in the chat, I think it was Todd, he says, Todd comes in and says, I know one thing, I'm not buying the top. Right, you're not buying the top, you're buying a support. So if you're gonna take a chance, this is the time to do it. You're buying a pullback, right? You're not buying the top like everyone likes to buy. So go back and review that stream. And that's like that perception is really what I'm trying to deliver here. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Hey, look, got DJ. Haven't seen DJ in a long time. Yeah, I know. We have schedule conflicts. Thanks for stopping by, DJ. DJ is one of our longest members, or he's been with us a long time, DJ. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. I was talking about the webinars on the Greenbridge. Oh, the webinars. Yeah, so the webinars, I cover some of these topics in the webinars, right? But I cover them in a different way. So they're not as focused as what you're seeing in this program. That's what you need to understand. They're not as focused. So like I'll cover like trend lines. You know, we have a webinar on like trend lines. We have a webinar on like some other things. But they just sort of give you like a general idea. And the other thing is, watching the webinar is one thing. Doing the assignment is something else. That's the main, like I said, it's the main focus. It's the main value proposition of this program. It's the hands-on assignment that demonstrates your ability and increases retention. The videos in the Greenbridge library are, you know, you watch them, they're long. There's a lot of extra material in there that doesn't really belong in there, a lot of fluff. I don't like to use that word, but that's what it is. This program has none of that. And this program expects you to produce something, and I have to give you feedback on it, right? Unlike the programs and the Greenbridge thing. So yeah, you can get some value out of those programs. You're gonna have to watch all those webinars, and you know, it's not the same. Let's just put it that way. It's not the same. You're not going to get the same experience. Okay? So good question. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem, DJ. Yeah, so no, DJ, this is my training program. And I basically explained my training program over, it's been over an hour and a half. I have to wrap this thing up. I still have some people here. You guys are the most committed people. I appreciate that. Webinars is where most of us learned a lot. Right. Well, no, DJ, sure, because I would answer your questions, but the thing is, and that's an important point, but the thing is, my training program basically condenses all of that. Because remember, you guys had to show up to the webinar. Those webinars are like 2 hours long sometimes. And that was over a 2-year period. I basically condensed all that to 14 days. That's really, if you want a comparison or a contrast, that's what this program is, really. It's condensed into 14 days, and you have to contribute assignments, right? You have to do assignments to demonstrate your ability. And I have to provide feedback. In the webinars, you guys listen, you guys answer some questions. I turn the webinar off, and that's it. There's no assignments. You may forget everything we just talked about. Something else may pull you in another, you may get involved in something else or whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't go over the 6 steps like I do here in a specific routine in those webinars. I just talk about topics that are relative. Does that make sense? So anyway, thank you for mentioning that, DJ. Because that's a good point. So check near home. Near home. Okay. Near home. Is there something in here? Is there something in here that I don't have this? I know I don't have the special. Let's see. I don't have the special thing here. Near home. I don't, like up on this page here, I don't see anything near home. I don't know. Maybe you could take a picture of it and email it to me, because I don't see it anywhere on here. I don't know. That must be like a browser thing. I wish they would have showed that to me, because, that doesn't look right. I can't see it. So, yeah, so if you can, if you want to just send me a picture of that, of the YYY thing, just send me, if you can, if it's not too much trouble, send it to mark@markpremarkets.com so I could just take a look at that, because that's not cool. I'm going to have to get on these people. How come you're making my site look bad? Click right to home. Click right. Click right. Maybe it's this. Oh, thank you. I got it now. I got it. I missed that. Oh, I didn't realize that. Thank you so much for pointing this out. Okay, I got it. This is wrong. This is completely wrong. Okay, this got away from me. I was supposed to replace this with the 54%. So we ignore this. Okay, this is not right. My offer is better than this anyway, right? You're getting more than 54%. You're getting more than 50%. You're getting 54%. So ignore this. Thank you guys for pointing this out. I appreciate that. I have to fix this. But yeah, this is. Anyway, I have to replace this with the offer that I have that's going to be good till Friday. When I have other offers, yeah, I can put them here, but I got to remove this. Thank you very much for pointing this out. Now I know where this is. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. So now that we have that out of the way, okay. Alex, yeah, it must be because again, I have a lot of filters on these words because of all the spam that I've gotten. All right, we'll check the video message and you. Okay, got it. All right, cool. Okay, no problem. Well, DJ, I normally stream on Mondays. This was a special bonus stream because I was introducing my training program to everyone. Right, this is I've opened my training program. I have some students now today, but I've kept this quiet for a while because I wanted to get it to the point where I can start accepting students. That's what this is. So normally, like on my Monday stream, I'm doing analysis, which I will be doing on Monday. So again, thank you for stopping by. It's always nice to see you. One of our longest running members of Greenbridge. Okay, no problem. If I write, okay, right, so Alex, that's because I have all these spam filters on here because I've gotten spammed with so much stuff like that. That's why YouTube is removing those. So apologize for that. Okay, I'm in your class. I tried, thanks. Oh, Peter, okay, cool. So if I have another student, again, hey, all, thank you. Thank you for those that have joined up today. You're my first students. And I want to see to it that you come out of this in a productive way. All right. Again, there's no fluff. There's no dream I'm selling you here. I appreciate the support, but now it's my turn to do my part and, support you. And when you send me the assignments, I will be looking for them. Of course, I'm going to set up the community now so we can have extra questions and all that other stuff. But again, I want to say very much, I'm very thankful for you guys giving me the chance and taking my program. I really want this to be worth your time, and I want you to have a good experience. Also, I'll tell you what, any feedback that you have throughout the program, if there's something that I can do better or whatever, just please let me know, because I'm very interested in always making something better. So if you have something that, hey, you could do this better, that better, I'd appreciate this, just let me know. And that's something I can work on. All right. Or if you just want to say, hey, I had a good experience, that's cool too. But I'm always looking for improvements. So if you'd like to, you can send me an email at mark@markpmarkets.com, or you can go to my contact page or whatever, right? And you can send me some feedback there. I'm eventually I want to set up a more automated feedback thing, a feedback mechanism, but I would certainly appreciate that. Okay, so again, thank you all. I'm going to wrap this up now. I don't think I have any more questions. I had a nice group here today. Thank you all for taking the time to sit through this and to participate in my program, to ask me questions, to give me the opportunity to present this to you. So again, for those of you that follow me regularly, I'll be back on Monday, and I will be streaming my regular analysis and all that other stuff. So for those of you with market questions, just come back then, and I will be happy to take care of that for you. Okay? So other than that, I want to thank you all very much for taking the time, like I said, to do this. Enjoy the rest of the day or the rest of the evening, wherever you are in the world, and thank you so much for watching.